Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today I thought it would be really fun to make a video on things you've always wanted to know about me. So those of you who have been subscribed for a while, you know that I have a pretty big following on Instagram and on YouTube and TikTok. And I get a lot of questions and I love to interact with all of my fans asking me about different things in my life. So today I thought I would talk about them and give a little bit of a background and history on how I started on social media, what my upbringing was, what my passions are, etc. So you ready? Let's get started. So a little bit about my childhood. I was born and raised in New York in a beautiful residential area. I am an only child. My mom and I moved down to South Florida a few years ago, and it's great. We live close by, and my two daughters are now 20 and 22, and as an only child, I absolutely love to see their friendship and their interaction. Another really great thing about my childhood is I spent the majority of my youth dancing as a ballerina. And some of you know that, but to others who don't, it probably makes sense now why I do health, wellness, and fitness-related content. So I grew up doing ballet. It was a passion of mine. I danced professionally as a young adult. And even though now I don't take classes anymore, I love to dance around my house, and it's a big part of my fitness and health and wellness journey. Movement is so important to me. So that's a little bit about my childhood. Now let's talk about me in my 50s. I will be 55 in about a month. And I know a lot of you ladies out there who are my age or younger are talking nowadays about facial fillers, Botox, who's done them, what the right amount is to do. So I do want to share that I have done both fillers and Botox in the past, and I do believe that they are wonderful in keeping yourselves feeling confident, but also I'm a big believer in keeping them very natural. So now that I'm down here in South Florida, I no longer have access to the same places I was going when I was in New York, and I've been on the hunt, and I recently found out about Ideal Image, which is North America's #1 medical aesthetic provider. They have over 150 locations and over 800 medical professionals. It is a wonderful place to go if you're looking for any sort of aesthetic treatment. They do everything from fillers to Botox to lasers to hair removal and even body resculpting. So lots of wonderful things if you're looking to make a change in a very natural way. I know there's one very close to me. I actually looked it up the other day, and it's only about 3 miles. I also know that Ideal Image is all about natural, and that's huge for me. It's very, very important.
Ideal Image is North America's #1 medical aesthetics brand, with over 20 years of experience and over 20 million successful treatments performed. With treatments such as Botox, you can get natural-looking results. Effects may be seen within 3 to 5 days, with full results seen at 14 days, lasting for 3 to 4 months.
So I'm very much looking forward to getting a personal consultation and a personal plan with Ideal Image. Right now, you can save $100 if you spend $500 by using the link in my description box and entering code 100OFF-YT. Enjoy. So another question, which may be the most popular question I get asked, is how did I even start social media? So many of you know that I have a PhD in psychology, and now I have transitioned full-time to sharing my health and wellness journey on social media, and that has been quite a shift. So how did it all start? So I started doing Instagram about 7 years ago, and the reason is that my daughters at the time were teenagers and they were always sharing on social media. So I was curious and I created an Instagram account, and I very quickly saw that most of what was being posted on Instagram was all about aesthetics and appearances, especially with young girls. And I know that's important, we all want to look good, but as somebody who was nearing the age of 50 7 years ago, I also know how important it is to use fitness as a way to lead to a better quality of life. So I decided, just as a hobby, as a passion, that I was going to start posting on social media. And I started to post mostly jump rope content because that was what I was doing at the time. It was a fun new activity for me, and I taught myself, so I thought it would be great to share. With that, I started to meet a lot of wonderful people on social media. I started to build a community. And that's when it really clicked in my brain that this is a great thing. And I now have an opportunity to meet people way outside of my typical social circle. So I really made a big shift from working in corporate America to starting to delve more and more into social media. And that transition took a few years, but the more that I started to do that, the more that I realized this is something that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about. A year later, I started my YouTube channel, and here I am today. And from there, kind of the rest is history, but it was definitely one of the best decisions I made. It really opened up my whole creative brain. And now, for me personally, as much as I've been told that I inspire others, I feel that everybody also inspires me, because when I get a comment, when somebody reaches out to me on DM and tells me what I have done for them or shares with me something personal from their life, it also really helps me to stay motivated and to keep going. Because let's face it, it's not easy, life gets in the way, and it's very simple to fall off track. So that's how I started my social media journey. And okay, I saved the best for last. What do you think the most common question I get on social media is? How did you start jumping rope, Janine? No, I did not do it when I was a kid. I was actually really bad at any kind of sport other than ballet. So this is how I started. I started at the age of 43. I saw a trainer at my gym. He was jumping rope, and it just looked so fun. And I knew that I had to do cardio. I just am not a big fan of running. I found it super boring. So I started to learn how to jump rope. I asked him for some tips, and the most important tip he told me was, you need to get a rope the right size for you. So many people don't know that. They pick up a rope, they think they're not coordinated, they get frustrated, and they quit. Well, my friend told me that you just needed to find the right size based on your height. So for those of you who want to know how to do that, it's really easy. I do have some other YouTube videos that you can refer to, jump rope trick for beginners, for example, and I'll teach you how to do that. Not a video for now, but that was basically what made me start to jump rope. And when I took his advice and I had a rope that was the right size for me, I was amazed. I was coordinated, not perfect, but I continued to learn, and I would go into the exercise room in my gym when no one was there, when it was quiet, because I did not want to embarrass myself, and I just would constantly practice. I've really loved it. And one of the best things for me was just because I was a dancer and I love rhythm and I love movement, and I felt like jumping rope is kind of like, I call it dance rope. If you've ever seen any of my jumping rope videos, you'll see that I'm not really doing crazy tricks. Yes, I do know how to do a few tricks, but most of it is just moving my body to the rhythm. And to me, that was super fun. The one thing I will tell you if you want to learn is just not to give up, do it slowly, and it's really all about form. So that's how I started jumping rope. And now I still do it consistently, and I still love it. So I hope that you found this video interesting. I love talking about my experiences in fitness. If you have any questions you would like to know about me, I would be more than happy to answer them. Please drop them in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, and if you're not subscribed already, please do so. I can't wait to come back and share more health and wellness tips with you all. See you soon.